There's a gross thing going on with videos lately. People are exploiting kids, they're exploiting family members, they're exploiting animals. They're doing all this to try and drive people to their videos. Your work should speak for yourself. You don't have to like add something to the videos to make them good. By the way, check out my new puppy.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
This is why we can't have nice things. Brand new pair of socks. Hit it there, rolled down, came out, landed on top of my foot. What's up, it's Casey from Casey's Customs. This 66 Mustang was cut in half less than 2 weeks ago. In this video, I'm gonna start putting it back together and take it for its first drive. Let's get to work. We are back on the under $1,000 hot rod project. If this is the first video you've ever seen, this is a 1966 Ford Mustang body that I have cut up in a lot of pieces, including cutting the body right in half so that it would fit better on our modern BMW chassis. As you can see, we have a ton of work to do. We have been selling all kinds of parts off of the BMW, so the budget has been looking great. I think before this week, I was only in this thing for like 300 bucks. So we're getting cocky, we're getting excited. We're going, oh, under $1,000 is gonna be so easy. Then we had to start buying parts that did not come with this car, and boy, we took a bite out of it. Had to get a bunch of stuff. I got some really great deals. A lot of this was on eBay. There was a guy down in Kansas City who restores Mustangs, and if he gets any parts that aren't 100% perfect, he just sells them super cheap because he doesn't give a shit about them. So this one had a bad dent right there. Something tried to go through it. You can also see some more on the edge. I think I paid 20 bucks for this one, and this one came together, and they look like they got drugged behind a car, you know, for about a half a mile. I think I might have paid 100 bucks for those two, but just got a bunch of good deals. We'll go over the budget at the end of the video. We don't need to do it right now. One great thing that happened was he had some pretty good bumpers he sold me. He didn't sell them super cheap, but he sold them to me at a pretty big discount from what they were. What these were, he used these for mock-up on the 65 that he was building. So they got some overspray, they got some scratches here and there. It's not the best looking chrome ever. Also, you can see where he had the bolts a little too tight, so they're kind of wavy. But I ended up buying them at basically a half off or more, so they were a good deal. So in my last video, I was trying to explain how I widen the car, and I had so many people asking questions. We did cut the car right down the middle, but we did not widen it equally because we didn't need to. So currently about a ½ inch wider in the rear. It is 6 inches wider in the dash area because we need to cover this big old BMW dash. And then it tapers back to 4 inches in the front. Now, I had a bunch of guys saying, well, that probably looks crazy with the front end super wide. They think it looks like this. In reality, it's kind of a gradual taper and it goes back in. Funny thing is, the Mustang naturally has some curve like that anyway. Almost no car is dead straight up and down. And if you look down the side of it, it looks great. We just gave her a little bit extra curves. She's eating good, feeling great. You know, it's 2023. We are not going to be judging bodies unless you're trying to get canceled. You trying to get canceled? I'm not trying to get canceled. She looks great. I'm very happy with it. I understand when I say some of this stuff, oh, it's 7 inches wider in the front, but none in the rear. And people are like, what? That sounds crazy. No, it actually tapers in quite a bit. Now, we have an ungodly amount of metal work to do, but last video I said I want to try and start this thing up and see if we can still drive it because we obviously cut a lot of stuff up. And then naturally I just jumped into doing metal work. I do not want to do that. I actually want to see if we can't get it running. I know I have to rewire like 10 different things. I need to make some ground straps, all kinds of stuff like that. So let's put all of our parts away and see if we can't get this damn thing started. When all else fails, self-tap the world, baby. Obviously, just with little stuff. BMW grounds are weird. Okay, we only got to do that like 15 more times. There's so many grounds on this car. Okay, I have double checked everything. I had to make 5 different grounds. Actually, you know what? I might have spoke too soon. There might be one over here somewhere. Yep, son of a bitch. Okay, Never mind, I got one more to do. Okay, we should have all of our grounds done now. I'm putting the ground strap back on the frame, and then we're going to hook it up to the battery. I'm not going to lie to you, I am very nervous because whenever you do a bunch of cutting, if there is a short somewhere, as soon as you plug the battery in, it's going to just start blowing fuses and relays, and it can be a giant pain in the ass. So much on modern cars, it's like crazy. I've had some of these chassis swaps. I've had them where they've never had problems. I've probably done like 50 chassis swaps. I've had them where I've never had any issues at all. I've had some where some wire got pinched and cut, and it's grounding itself on the body, and it blew like 10 relays. You don't know what relay it is. It's a giant pain in the ass. So I always try and be careful. We were good on this one. We only had to cut a couple wires accidentally. But with all that said, I am still nervous as hell. So we're going to listen really, really closely. Moment of truth. Oh God, I have the key on. That's not good. Oh, that is not what I wanted. I did not want the key on the first time I plugged it in. Shh. Good news is, it acted like it wanted to turn on, or the dash and stuff is working. Ow, that's a little tight. I might need to check. Okay, I don't hear anything. That's a good sign. I did not want the key on whenever I hooked the battery back up, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I got it off now. I don't hear anything. I think we're good. I'm not going to try and turn it over just yet. I'm going to just double check some stuff. I think I'm going to end up moving this battery because, as you can see, it hangs down on this side because that's where the battery box is. It doesn't have this on the other side. On my last 65 Mustang, I actually had a air valence in the rear. It kind of looked like that, and it looked cool. It just didn't end up working for that car, but it might end up working for this one. I don't know. Most likely, I'm just going to change the battery position. I could move it over, put it right in the middle there. But I got new grounds there, move some stuff around here. So my grounds are here on this frame rail. These all used to run basically inside here. Well, that's not there anymore, obviously. So a couple more under the hood. 1, 2, I think 3. All right, let's see what happens. I don't want to try and start it yet, but I do want to turn the key. Oh, it's not easy to do. Uh-oh, I got nothing. Oh, I pulled the key out. That's why I got nothing. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. I don't hear anything crazy. You know what? I'm gonna get the camera over there. Let's hit it, see what happens. Screw it. We're gonna live dangerously. Let's see if it'll fire. All right, let's see what happens. I'm pretty nervous, not gonna lie to you. Ooh, that's not bad. I thought I channeled the motor too much, but that's not bad at all. This needs to come way down. What's beeping? Oh. Not happy that there's no light. It's very mad that there's no light. Yes! I'm so happy. Oh! Oh man, that's fucking dope. We're driving her by the end of the video. We're gonna take her, have a little bit of fun. It's actually a 65 Mustang now, 66, whatever the hell it is. Also, check this out. Check this out. I had a lot of people worried about us widening it here. They said, this is going to be a giant blind spot. It's not at all. Your door's right there. It looks great. I'm so excited. What I need to do with this dash. Also, the steering wheel is all the way up. Right now, the steering wheel is in the windshield, but I got it adjusted all the way up. I just did that because I wanted to see how high it would go. What I'm going to do is actually cut this dash pad. This dash pad is like 3 inches too high, and I'm going to end up making all this out of metal, and that's going to save us a bunch of room. We're still going to tweak this windshield frame a little bit, but it's going to be a lot better. It's sitting pretty damn good. I have quite a bit of room above my head, more than I have in my other Mustang, I'll tell you that. So excited. We know now that it runs and drives. That part is always a huge relief because shit can hit the fan real quickly. What we need to do now, since we're going to actually take this for a drive by the end of this video, we need to start attaching body panels because our fenders, are currently just sitting here. Can't have that if we're gonna actually drive it. The hood is not latched. I'm not too worried about that as much because we can just kind of put a strap on the hood, but the hood fits like shit right now. I still think I'm gonna end up moving this windshield up because of the dash position, but I don't know. We're gonna start messing with that. I'm gonna cut the foam out of this dash to see what, you know, the meat and potatoes look like. If I can get away with it, I might only have to go like a ½ inch forward, or maybe we end up moving it a bunch more. Maybe we don't have to move it at all. I don't know. We need to get that damn foam out of there so we can kind of figure out what's going on. Let's cut some shit, baby. Check it out! Shaved the dash down. It fits. I actually have a ton of room in there. Way more than I thought I would. There's like 4 inches before it gets there. That foam was that friggin' thick. Ha! So, I didn't even have to move it. It was already good where it was. I assumed at the very least this was gonna come forward a little bit. No, we're money. Yes! That is awesome. Okay, I need to get that glass out of here before I break it because we're going to start cutting some shit. I think what I'm going to do first, let's think. We're just thinking for the drive, not for structure. I want to get my front fenders on because right now they're just kind of hanging out. We need to get some mounts to this radiator core and also probably tie it in somewhere to the unibody. So yeah, let's get the glass out of here and then we're going to start making some mounts for our fenders. Wait! All right, that'll work for now. It's the middle of the night. My ass is dragging. All right, I have the tops of my fenders basically mounted, but I don't want to get mounting them anymore. I want to start making sure that parts will bolt up. Right now, all I'm worried about is fitment. I'm not so much worried about shape, if that makes any sense. Like, here's a good example. The hood has a big dip in it right now because I haven't built the understructure of the hood. So there's nothing here to hold it up. So the shape is wrong, but I have good gaps because right now all I'm trying to do is get my gaps right because we have so much stuff going on. If you try and fix my shape first and then the gap after, you'll end up just causing so much more work. So some of this stuff is just placeholders. This is all going to get made in one piece, et cetera, et cetera. But to some people, they're looking at this going, why the hell are you even bothering putting your headlight buckets in right now when you have so much stuff going on? Well, because this is actually exactly how I want it because I know everything is fitting right. We're going to cut this up. I know I have to widen this, I think 4 inches, but I would like it to be bolted up. I'd like my headlight buckets to be bolted up. Once all that stuff is on there, these parts should start falling into place a lot easier. And then one other thing I want to do before I take it for a drive, I am going to put a piece of metal across both sides in this because then I know my roof is really solid and I'm not gonna have to worry about something flying off while I'm driving, but I'm getting ahead of myself. For now, let's start bolting in some of these front end parts and widen that piece. Whenever you do a giant project like this and you cut a car in half, when you start fitting all your panels back together, you need to just tack weld stuff because there's a good chance you're gonna have to cut it loose later on and move it around anyway. Why did I do that? I literally just said like 30 seconds ago, don't weld it solid, and I welded the whole thing solid. Why did I do that? I need to listen to myself on some of these damn videos. Why did I do that? Boy, let's hope this fits. Okay, we got some front end parts bolted up. At first, I didn't think I was gonna like it being 5 inches wider. I love it.
That's what she said.
It kind of looks like a 70s Dodge Challenger, just a big old wide mouth. I like it. Hood fits like shit. Headlight brackets fit like shit. We're gonna worry about all that later. For now, we're just trying to make sure the width is right on everything. And here's where it starts to get a little tricky, is pieces like this. This isn't like just a piece I can add a piece of square tubing to temporarily like I did there. This actually is pointed. It's like 5 different pieces welded together. So this one's gonna be a little tricky. Also, we still need to make the point on our hood. We're not worrying about that just yet. What I'm gonna do with the bumper, where's the bumper? Bumper's back there. Whenever the bumper is on, we're gonna make everything match the bumper. That's why I'm not gonna make this piece yet either, because I want all this to fit the bumper very well. Same thing with the hood. The hood will end up matching the bumper as well. This will be pointed. Right now it's kind of dull and shitty looking, but don't worry about it. We're not worried about that right now. We're trying to just make stuff fit, not make stuff look pretty just yet. That's gonna be next. This piece is gonna be a giant pain in the ass, but I do need to tie it in because these are not very strong without it. So yeah. Well, let's quit whining and start cutting some shit. Sucks because this stupid piece here is basically like pot metal or really shitty metal, whatever it is, it doesn't weld. I know it's not aluminum because a magnet will hold it, but it's not great. All right, so that middle piece is a pain in the ass to make because not only does it have to have a peak to it, it has a different shape on top than it does on the bottom, and then there's a curve in the middle, and then on top of all that, this shit is like pot metal, so you can't really weld to it. It looks like you can weld to it, but you can't. So I had to make that piece and then be able to bolt it in. I couldn't weld it to it. Usually, you know, you can make it pretty easy when you can weld to something. So that's actually in there with some sheet metal screws. It's okay. It's going to work for now. I don't love it. We definitely need to tweak the shape a little bit. But at least we know that all of this is where it needs to be now. And like headlight buckets are actually bolted to it. That's bolted to headlight bucket. I don't think it's called a headlight bucket, whatever it is. But this is all connected now in one piece, which is awesome. I love the way it looks. Like I said earlier, I was not sure if adding 5 inches to this grill area wouldn't just make it like an ugly mouth, but that looks okay, and I am cool with it. It does look okay when you look down from the side. I think what I want to do now, because I'm kind of running out of time, as always, sheet metal work just takes forever. It always does. I think I'm going to go ahead and start on these pillars. I want to get some metal on these pillars, and basically I'm just going to keep plugging along, doing metal work here and there, maybe put the rear bumper on, and then whenever I run out of all my time and I only have about an hour left, we're going to fire up, take her for a drive. So yeah. Let's cut some shit and get some metal in there. Okay, I got this pillar sitting pretty good, ready for welding. I got all my gaps really tight, using some Clecos, using some self-tappers, just looking good. I was gonna go ahead and start welding this, but everything can move so much now. Well, not so much since I screwed it in, but this whole windshield was still moving back and forth like an inch when I was trying to get this piece to fit. So I'm going to go ahead and just screw that in for now until I get the other side fit, and then I will make sure everything is squared up and then I can weld it. But what I damn sure don't want to do is get this piece all welded, and then because the weld moves stuff around or whatever, the metal is off an inch that way. So this way is going to be easier. If I have any issues, I can just pop these screws out, kind of readjust it. But it's looking like it's okay. Right now, they're straight from side to side, but that can change pretty quickly. So let's cut some shit and get that side over there done. top of the foot and stayed there. Oh, yeah, that's a doozy. Damn, son of a... Oh, shit. Look at the hole. Look at the hole. This is why we can't have nice things. Brand new pair of socks. Hit it there, rolled down, came out, landed on top of my foot. Ooh, damn, that felt good. All right, let's keep working. It is truly gross what people will do for views these days. They'll exploit their kids. It is truly gross what people will do for views. It is truly gross what people... Okay. It is truly gross what people will do for views these days on YouTube. I've seen people exploit their kids, exploit family members, exploit animals. It's just gross. They're doing all this to try and drive people to their videos, and it's just disgusting. You shouldn't exploit anything to try and get views. Your work should speak for itself. You don't need to go the extra mile and try and, like, you know, bring people in. Just do good work, and your work should speak for yourself. You don't have to, like, add something to the videos to make them good. By the way, check out my new puppy. This is Tanner. He's real stupid. I think he just ate a piece of metal while he was on the ground. Ain't that right, Bubba? Say like and subscribe. That way we go full whore mode. All right, we are officially running out of time, so we're going to take her for a little spin. I'm very excited. I have not driven this thing in, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. The last time I drove it was a BMW. I've never driven it as a 66 Mustang, so kind of exciting. Our front end is good. We need to do some more work. We got to do a bunch of sheet metal work. This really helped. This stiffened everything up, and it doesn't look nearly as bulky as I thought it was going to. I kind of like it, to be completely honest with you. If we go full race car mode or rat rod, I don't know if we will. I'll put holes here, like dimple holes. I think that would look kind of dope. I'm very happy with what we got done. I knew that the wiring and getting it running again was going to be a pain in the ass. I didn't know I was going to spend a whole day on it, but we're good. I'd rather spend a day re-grounding stuff, you know, making new grounds, all that bullshit, and rewiring a couple things and have it be working than still be trying to figure out why it isn't running. So that's a good time. Oh, also, added up all of the stuff I bought. Check out where we are. As you can see, we added a ton of stuff to the list. Basically, everything you've seen me messing with through this video. Our total now is $13.59, and we haven't sold anything. I don't really have much more to sell off of it, so I'm not going to be able to recoup much more money, which is tough. But anyways, we recouped $694. Our total currently is $659, which is not bad at all. I'm very happy to be in this car at $650. We just have so much that still needs to be bought. I don't know how I'm going to lower it yet. They sell lowering coils. They're like 250 bucks. So I don't know. We might have to end up making something there ourselves. It's not the end of the world if it's high, but if you've watched any of my videos, I like them low. It's impossible on this budget to bag it and get it laid on the ground, but I would like it, you know, 3 or 4 inches shorter. Also, we need to buy windshield gaskets for the front and rear windows, and those are not cheap. I think they're like $100 for both of them. I don't remember. They might be a little bit less, but stuff like that you just can't buy used. There's no way. I'm not going to find a used set. I have to buy a new piece. So we got some stuff we need to buy. Interior stuff we need to do. We're not going to get too crazy. It's $1,000, but I would like some extra money to kind of recarpet some stuff, maybe make some door panels, you know, shit like that. So I'm very happy to be at $650. The last $1,000 project I did, I was not this far along. We were pinching pennies all the way to the very end. In the coming weeks, it's going to get really tight. I can already tell. Off to a pretty good start. Let's, oh, I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I shouldn't be that nervous. Let's throw the battery in it and take it for a little spin. We're not going to get crazy. This body is not super attached by any means, but it should be okay to go around the block a little bit. Slowly finding out there's a lot of sharp pieces on this car, obviously. Also, that door's not shutting. Okay, good times, good times. Still starts good though. Dude, there's so many noises happening right now. Holy shit. I forgot. Oh, yeah, it cuts out as soon as it wants to break loose. Shit! I gotta look that up. I can't remember what it is. Jesus. I think that was it. I think that was it. We got some shit now. What was that? Why are you mad? Are you mad? Interesting noises, to say the least. I gotta put gas in this thing. It's on fumes. Oh, I can't see shit. I can't see shit. Can't see shit. Gonna hit my welder. Can't see shit. Just ran something over. What was that? Hopefully it wasn't important. Okay. Was it the longest first drive? No. Was I still scared shitless the whole time? Yes. Also, there's so many sharp edges, I cut my leg like 3 times. But it was a success. It wasn't pretty, and it wasn't very long, but it was a success. It wasn't running great towards the end of the drive. I didn't know what was going on. Look at that shit. My negative fell off. That could have done some of it. It might have went in like a limp mode because of that. So yeah, I'm missing the super little bolt that these type take. So I got that coming. That will help, but that's all right. It was still success. So that was a very short first drive, but it's okay. You know, it made some noises that I was not comfortable with. I heard some cracks and some creaks, and I thought the body was going to fall off. A smarter person would not drive it in this current state, but I have never once claimed to be smart. We're going to always have some fun on the channel. But yeah, there's a couple different times while driving it, I was going, what is that noise? And I was generally terrified. We added everything up, $650. I am very happy. We still have a long way to go. My next video is going to be on this car. We're going to continue on our sheet metal work. We're going to start installing some of our bumpers and stuff. Really just trying to actually make it look like a car. So stay tuned for all that. We also have a lot of really cool other projects going on in the shop right now. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel more than you would imagine. For the coolest merchandise on the planet, go to Casey'sCustoms.com. We have revamped the website completely. Everything goes much smoother now. I got a lot of people that are saying how much better it is and how much happy they are in the last couple weeks, which is awesome to hear. So check that out. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all the good shit they tell you at the end of videos, and check out some more of my other videos. Peace. I love you.